So my name is Fatim. My graduation year is 2026. I'm from Barcelona, Spain, and I play basketball.
My name is Alexis Lamontagne. I am from Canada. I am in my second year here to play soccer, and I will graduate in 2025.
So my name is Jax Jawar. I'm from India, and I'm graduating this year in a week.
So my name is Jana Schmid. I'm from Germany, and I'm currently a junior, but my graduation year is already in December 2024. And I'm doing track and field and cross country at Pine Park.
Was there someone or something in particular that motivated you to come here to play basketball?
Yeah, Coach Dave, basically because he was in the college that I was last year, so he already knew kind of what I was looking for.
So your time here in the United States, have you faced any challenges and how have you overcome those so far?
I mean, of course, English. When I first came here, I didn't know anything about it. Like, I didn't know how to speak. I just knew how to say, my name is Fatim, and thank you, I guess. So that was the biggest challenge. And then I guess basketball is different too. Like, the way that we play in Spain and the way that they play here is different. So that was another one.
Is there any traditions or habits you do that make you feel at home?
I guess call my family.
Yeah.
That has become a tradition, I guess. Yeah.
Any particular one you felt especially proud to be here in the United States playing basketball?
I guess whenever I was in high school and it was kind of my last year, and for open gym I had like 20 coaches just there watching me play basketball. That was a proud moment.
If you could try any dish from back home today, what would it be?
I guess paella, just because it's like the most popular dish from back home and they don't have it here.
Can you recall anyone in particular who made a significant impact on you during your time here so far?
I'd say Coach Dave.
Coach Dave again, yeah?
Yeah, he's like one of the biggest reasons why I keep playing basketball, so yeah.
Can you share a funny moment that still makes you laugh?
I got you.
Yeah.
When I first got here, that was 4 years ago, and I landed in New York, and my coach from high school was coming from Connecticut to New York, and he basically, I guess he forgot about me or something, so he took 5 hours just to show up. So I didn't have no service on my phone or nothing, so I thought everything was a joke and my parents just wanted to send me over here. So then I went outside and I didn't knew that New York had that many homeless people, so I went up to one and I was like, hey, can I call? And he was like, whatever.
Oh,
and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know, and yeah.
As you look back on your journey here in the United States, what is something you're most grateful for?
Just the opportunity, I guess, being from like a different continent, country, where everything is different. It opens a lot of opportunities, and like learning another language and everything, I guess that's something good.
Awesome, that's it. Thank you.
My name is Alexis Lamontagne. I am from Canada. I am in my second year here to play soccer, and I will graduate in 2025.
Did you face any challenges, and how did you overcome those?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a bit of a culture shock because the first place I was Wyoming, so that was very different, coming from a decently big city to go into middle of nowhere and stuff. And then also I got injured like 3 days after getting there, and I had to get surgery, so that was probably the biggest challenge I faced so far.
Is there any traditions or habits that you did that like connected you back to home and made you feel at home?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing was definitely just like the calling my parents often, or just having, those family Zooms or whatever, just so I could keep them updated. It was the first time I was away from home for so long, so they wanted the news, and it felt good to be able to talk to everybody.
Or any moment that made you feel especially proud that you were representing your family and your country playing soccer in another tier?
Yes, I would say it was when I managed to sign Division I and transfer out of my junior college. That was a big thing for me because the NCAA Division I has a ring to it, and people are aware of it in Canada as well. So when I managed to sign and announce that to my family and friend, I felt really proud, and they were all very happy for me.
If you could eat one dish back from back home, what would it be right now?
Definitely poutine. That's just that's our dish, and it's amazing. Some great food. Not too often though, but it's really good.
Any favorite toppings on that?
Oh yeah, anything, bacon, sausage, all of those. Get some extra calories in.
Can you recall anyone who made a significant impact in your time here in the United States?
Yes, it would definitely be my assistant coach at my first school. He was the guy that first made me, like, convinced me to come to America, and then he was super helpful throughout the process. He took care of me when I got injured, and then he also helped me move on to the next level and sign that Division I contract. So, big props to him.
As you look back on your journey so far, what's something you're most grateful for?
Definitely just the people that helped me throughout the whole process of supporting me and believing in me, and all the coaches that took the time to talk to me, give me a chance, offer me so I can come play the sport I love, and I've tried to not let anyone down.
Awesome. That's it. Thank you very much.
So my name is Jax Jawar. I'm from India, and I'm graduating this year in a week.
Could you talk about graduating in a week? How are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling pretty excited. Kind of feeling a bit sad because of all the memories I made and all the people I met. It just feels like it's kind of like ending now, but I'm still looking forward to next year as I come back for my master's. So it'll be pretty much the same experience, but we'll definitely be missing the people.
Was there something or someone who inspired you to come to the United States to play basketball?
So back home, I was like exceptionally tall, and I started playing basketball pretty late. And the basketball culture back home is like not that amazing, like limited opportunities and stuff. So I was lucky enough to be recruited by the NBA Academy, and I feel like that's when my whole momentum changed. And I thought about, like, I should explore the way basketball is in the Western culture. And my dad really pushed me to come here and be a part of the Western basketball. So I first went to Golden State Prep. It's a prep school in California. And over there I was scouted by a lot of coaches and stuff. And ultimately I made my decision to come to Point Park.
Could you talk a little bit about your experience in NBA?
So it was like an all-nation scouting, and it was like a 6-month progress, and I was scouted for the first batch of 24 male student athletes. So I got recruited into the NBA Academy, and I feel like that was the best experience for me, as I traveled the world with them, and that was the first time I came to the United States, and the first time I went to a basketball game was with them, and I watched D. Wade play his last game, which is pretty cool, and I was able to meet him, Tristan Thompson, Walt Frazier, and everybody. So it was just a pretty good experience for me, and I feel like I really think that was the transition period of my life.
You first came to the United States when you first were in California. Did you face any challenges, and how did you overcome those?
The biggest challenge for me was like the cultural difference, and like getting adjusted to like just the way life is over here. And I feel like learning about how things operate over here, and which is like way different back home, was the biggest difference for me, because I don't have no family over here and I moved here by myself. So learning about how things operate here make me become more independent, and I feel like I can communicate what I learned over here to people who are trying to be here. So now my brother is here too, and I feel like the transition period for him was way easier because he had somebody to look upon to.
Brother, being so far away from home now, do you guys have any traditions or rituals that you do to like make you feel a little closer to home?
Usually we just call our parents, and it just feels like it's always like a support system that you have. And other than that, we used to have like some like prayers and stuff we listen to just to like feel comforted in our base here. So I feel like that's the most closer we can be, especially from India and having a small population here. And just maintaining our culture and following our festivals, which makes us feel closer to home.
A moment that you felt especially proud to represent your country playing basketball?
So in 2016-17, actually 2016, 17, and 18, I played for Team India, and for the under 18 championships, and I feel like that was the proudest moment of my life, as I was able to represent my country on an international base. And I just felt like another way I felt proud was becoming like one of the first athletes from India to get a scholarship to play in the States. Was pretty unique, and yeah, I guess these two are the major ones that make me feel proud about myself.
Awesome. If you could eat one dish right now from home, what would it be?
It would definitely be butter chicken with some garlic naan. Whenever I get a chance, I try to get it, but it still doesn't feel the same as it is back home.
Can you recall anyone specific who made an impact on you during your time here?
I feel like Kevin Reynolds, my head coach, played a huge role, and the way I'm performing right now, especially in basketball, I give my credit to him.
Can you share any funny moments from your time here? A moment that still makes you laugh?
Yeah, so during my commitment here, I was reached out by Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, so they wanted to do an article on me, and so I was on the call with the interviewer, and he asked me, do you know about the term jag off? And I said, I don't know about that. And they were like, oh, you're gonna find out because people are gonna be using that because my name is Jags.
Yeah.
And you should be looking forward to it. So when I came here, somebody said it, and they were like, oh, your name is Jags, like jag off. And I didn't know what that meant, and when they explained it to me, it was pretty funny.
4 years here playing collegiate basketball, you're coming back for your master's. As you look back on your journey, can you think of something you're most grateful for?
So basically on the basketball journey and playing here for 4 years, I feel like it's just like a pretty long time. And then I got another year to play, so I'm feeling pretty grateful for it. And especially this year, we won a championship, which is the first in school history, which was the biggest accolade over here for me, being a Point Park pioneer. So I feel like that was the biggest enjoyment at Point Park for me.
Awesome. Thank you, Jags. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So my name is Jana Schmid. I'm from Germany, and I'm currently a junior, but my graduation year is already in December 2024. And I'm doing track and field and cross country at Point Park.
Is there something or someone who motivated you to come to the United States to run?
I don't really think I came here because of running. I think I just came here because I really liked the possibility of going to a new country to just learn another language after high school. And I think I used my running more as a tool to get here than actually I came here because I wanted to improve my running.
When you first came to the United States, did you face any challenges and how did you overcome them?
So first of all, I think the main thing was the language. I think the biggest challenge was not really understanding my professors, because in high school we had a lot of English, but it was more the formal English and the British English. So if I talked to a professor, that was kind of easy, but sometimes it was hard to understand your teammates because they all have the Pittsburgh slang or more teenager slang, and that's sometimes hard, but I think just talking to people, you kind of overcome those challenges.
Being so far away from home, do you have any rituals or habits that you do that make you feel closer to home?
So I always bring chocolate and my favorite tea from back home. So I actually go home after every semester, and I always stock up, and when I kind of feel homesick, I always kind of eat some German chocolates or get some tea. And I also think it's important that you have a lot of contact with your family and your friends back home still. But I think in the beginning I was often homesick because I talked too much to them. I think it's also important that you kind of learn to talk to new people. And yeah, I think my ritual is calling my family at least one time a week, but also not too often.
Can you recall a specific moment that you felt especially proud to be here in the United States, running or just experiencing life?
I think I really enjoyed last year when we were running cross country. We won our conferences with our cross country team, and it really felt just cool and good because we had a really good team. And I think back home, sport is not that high as here. And if you win something, it's good, but you basically only win by yourself. But coming here, you compete with a team. And even if you do track, which is an individual sport, you basically have your whole team together. And if you win something conference in cross country or something, I think that's just a really proud moment. And you wouldn't have that back home.
If you could eat one dish from back home right now, what would it be?
I think it would be schnitzel with potatoes. I really like that one. And we have the Hofbrau house here, but it's not that good like back home.
No, it's nothing like back home.
You cannot compare it.
Can you recall anyone in particular who made a significant impact during your time here in the United States?
I think, honestly, Alyssa Campbell.
Yeah.
Because it was when I came here, she was one of my teammates, and then we kind of grew up more together, and now she's one of my coaches. And I think she's also like one of like the most important American friends I have. And I think that would be also like really important to me, to find like local people. Yeah.
A funny moment off the top of your head that makes you laugh.
Yeah, I think that's what I was referring to it earlier when I was saying about like the teenager slang and what they were saying. I think in the beginning when I came here, many people asked me if I'm kind of talking to people. And back home, if you say like talking to people, I thought they just mean like talking in a normal way, but they obviously mean like dating part. It's like different home than here. And I always said like, oh yeah, I talk to many people. But basically, I was not talking to many people. I just thought they mean like I'm talking like in a normal way, not in like a dating way to someone.
That's
So
funny.
yeah. And I realized it like after a year. So I was pretty late with that one. Yeah.
As you look back on your journey here so far, what's something you're most grateful for?
Honestly, the people. I think with questions like that, it's always the people. I think I like America, but what makes it special are like my friends here, and so I go with the people.
Awesome. All right.
Perfect.
That's it, Yana. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome.